For the next hour, you belong to us. We'll bring you the very best in hand-picked, unsigned rock and metal. Don't worry, you're in safe hands. We are Two Bucks.
Welcome to this week's 2 Bucks. Let's just hope I have a better week this week than I had last week. I seem to have mislaid the video. Somehow it's gone from my computer completely, so I haven't been able to upload last week's 2 Bucks Rock Show to YouTube. It was, as I'm sure you'll remember, to highlight the gig on the 28th in the Cavern at the Angel Hotel in Colford. The next 2 Bucks all dayer. So I'm going to redo that again for next week. It's not like it's any sort of secret who was on the playlist. You just have to look at the poster on the 2 Bucks Rock Promotions page to tell you exactly who was on there. And like I said, I'll do it all again next week, and I'll do it properly and get the video up. Sometimes technology just defeats me. Never mind, this week's show is going to be one of my own devising, which means I get to play the tunes that I want to hear. I'm going to start this week's show with a track from One Last Run. Their single Tell Me has had huge amounts of views on YouTube. If you haven't actually watched it yet, go and do that for us after the show. But I'm going to go back to the EP that they had out when they came to play for us in Gloucester. Their self-titled EP. And this is a track from it called Bring On The Pain. Oh, now that's how you start a show. That's One Last Run. That's from their self-titled EP, One Last Run, obviously. It's called Bring On The Pain. What an awesome song that is. Now I'm going to try and find some bands that I haven't played for a little while in this week's show. And I don't think we've played the Filth Hounds for absolute ages. I think there was illness in the band somewhere, and they went on a little bit of hiatus while they were getting themselves together, just after the release of their album. Then they had some line-up problems. They're now a 4-piece band. Guitarist Danny Joseph, drummer Damien Donnelly have gone. So, the 2 original members, Brian McGill on vocals and guitar, and John Allam on bass and backing vocals, are now joined by Reef Chaos on lead and rhythm guitars, and Christopher Wiley on drums. They're also now looking to get back on the road, so a little bit of a Facebook message to Vinny might be in order there, guys. See if we can get you down to Colford and possibly to Gloucester as well. Now, as we don't have any new stuff from them, I'm going to have to take a track from that album that we were promoting when it was first released. There's a little bit of a competition, a bit of a giveaway. Vinny won one, actually. All above board, I can assure you, either down to his encyclopedic knowledge of heavy metal bands of the 70s and 80s, or his quick-fingered typing on Google. Either way, not a problem. You got the answer to their question right. He has therefore won one of their albums. So, from the album release The Hounds, this is I Can't Hide.
Take me to the floor. We dance all night till 4.
A new wave of British heavy metal. Can't beat a bit of that, can you? That was the Filth Hounds with a track from their last album, Release the Hounds. Obviously they'll have new material now that they're a new lineup, but until I've got some of that, I can't play it, can I? You can't say new wave of British heavy metal without thinking of Sacrilege. So, now I'm thinking about them, let's play a song from them. This one's a bit of an oldie. It's called Driving Home. Oh, a couple of classic new wave of British heavy metal bands there. Filth Hounds to start us off. And it's Sacrilege. When you're doing new wave of British heavy metal, Sacrilege is where you need to stop, really. So we'll move on. Now, if we were into giving out prizes and awards for various things, I reckon the prize for the most advanced band from when I first saw them to when I last saw them would go to Eden in Progress. They were one of the first bands that I went to see when Grumpy Whiskers was open, and we were using that as a little venue. They were very raw. They'd only just started playing as a band. Even then I could see that they had a huge amount of potential. They just needed a little bit of time. That was proved by the second time I saw them play in Gloucester at the Lower George. They'd come on in leaps and bounds. Style had changed a little bit, but more in our favour, really. They were working on their second EP at the time. That was to be called Send These Words to the Sky. I did have a track from it, which was called Ghosts of 95, an awesome piece of music. But now the EP has been released. It's a name your own price download with 5 tracks on it. So I would suggest £2 maybe would be a good price for it, unless you're feeling particularly generous. I'll play you a track now, see what you reckon. This one's called Kingdom of Solace.
The lies from the truth. This life is passing by. Is this the reason that I live a sheltered life? Got a wrenching thoughts of regret will form my only strife. Well, am I safe in the end? With deluded eyes, irrational and on my own. Is this where the fearful go? Tragedy is the cause, my head is telling lies. Is this the reason that I am afraid to die? Please tear these thoughts from my head. I want to live my life. When I stand right on the edge, I will close my eyes. Illogical and left alone. Is this where the senseless go? In their eyes, I lose
So that's Eden in Progress. For my money, this year's most well-progressed band. Their sound has matured so much over the last year or so, they're barely recognisable from the first time I saw them play. That track was called Kingdom of Solace. It's obviously where they got the name for the EP. Send these words to the sky. It's all good. You can find the Bandcamp link to download the whole EP on their page. As I said, it's a name your own price. I would suggest at least £2 if you're feeling generous. And it is coming up to Christmas. The guys are going to need to buy Christmas presents and things and get more recording done. Right, while that was on, I did some deep searching through my files to find bands that haven't been played for a while with no good reason other than that I've been a bit slack. And that search has thrown up these guys. They are DeSalvo. They were at the Lemon Factory in Swansea last month, raising money with the Oxjam team. Not sure how I missed that, but I'm going to make up for it by playing a track from their EP now. This is called Mistress.
Let's
Oh, that's DeSalvo, not taking any prisoners whatsoever. That's a track from their EP called Mistress. Now RavenHeart are working on new material, tightening everything up for the live shows that they've got planned, and getting ready to get a new EP recorded. While we're waiting for that, I can still play you tracks from the album, Train of Thought. So let's go with a track called Gold Digger.
It's only money, but you want it all. You're a gold digger, gold digger, gold digger, digging for gold. You're a gold digger, gold digger, gold digger. That's what you are. He promised you money and fame, but what have you really gained? What's happened to all of your passion? Now it's just a passion for fashion. You're a gold digger, gold digger, gold digger, digging for gold. You're a gold digger, gold digger, gold digger. That's what you are. You said what's wrong with the good life. He replied that you're a no-good wife. That was just the start of the drama. This court has seen the devil work Prada. You're a gold digger, gold digger, gold digger, digging for gold. You're a gold digger, gold digger, gold digger. That's what you are. Gold digger, gold digger, gold digger. She's digging for gold. You're a gold digger, gold digger, gold digger. That's what you are.
Woo indeed. That is RavenHeart, Gold Digger from the album Train of Thought. Guys are working on new material at the moment. I don't think it'll be too long before we've got some stuff recorded. And someone else that I reckon will be back in the saddle and recording new stuff fairly soon is Nutsy. I had a chat with him at the Lower George, so I feel Broken Jaw are way overdue a play. So here they are. This is called Beneath My Skin.
of faith of the nighttime, crawling from veins, tearing beneath my skin. No, let us die. You drown in your weakness. Try so much. Your place beneath my skin. You think it's okay? Don't try to change me. You won't break me now. Cut me deep, tear me from the inside, under my skin, buried deep beneath me. Alone, your faith, of the night. Recognition. You'll expose you now. Warrior of faith of the nighttime, crawling from veins, tearing beneath my skin. No, let us die. You drown in your weakness. Try so much. Your place beneath my skin. I scan your blood. You drown in your weakness. Try so much.
That's Broken Jaw, Beneath My Skin. Good to have them back on the playlist. They're a bunch of guys that certainly know how to get their points across. Right, who else is recording new material? If I'm not very much mistaken, Among the Dead have a new EP on the way. And if you can't get out of Wales on the 28th of November to see the guys at Colford, you could actually go and see Among the Dead. They're part of the guest list at an event at the EVI Cultural Arts Centre in Ebbw Vale called Pritchard vs Dainton. This is Pritchard and Dainton being the co-founders of MTV's Dirty Sanchez. So I reckon that is going to be an epic night. With that in mind, and with respect to the guys from Dirty Sanchez, this is called Bleed Out.
To the road.
So that's Among the Dead. that's called Bleed Out, and I'm dedicating that to Pritchard and Dainton from Dirty Sanchez. Let's just hope they can avoid their own bleed out. Now, we're not far from the end of the show this week. I haven't done a guest presenter intro purely because I haven't had one sent in this week, but it has allowed me to reintroduce more bands. That said, I'm not missing out on introducing my own guest band, and this is a band that I haven't actually introduced onto the Heads Up Rock show yet. I've only just got the track from them, been waiting for it for a long time. It is now ready. The EP that it came from is almost finished, and these guys are looking to get out on the road. They're the brainchild of Steve Saunders, ex-bass player for the self-titled. They're from Kent, and they're called Spreading the Disease. And Spreading the Disease are Adam May on vocals, Julian Riquelme and Martin Osborne on guitars, Steve Saunders on bass, and Ed Saunders on drums. Apparently no relation to Steve. Go find them on Facebook while the track's playing. Give them a cheeky little like. Tell them that I sent you across there. And let's see if we can't get them down to Colford and Gloucester. You're going to love this as a debut track. It's a proper bruiser. This is Spreading the Disease with a track called Bulldozer.
Take
Damn, that's brutal. That's our guest band for this week. They are spreading the disease. The new brainchild of Steve Saunders. I am absolutely loving that track. Right, it's time for me to hang the mic up again for this week. But before I go, I'd like to take a little time to pay tribute to the people that were slaughtered over the weekend by the Islamic State. I don't know what on earth they think they're playing at, and I don't think they're going about getting their point across very well. All they seem to have done so far is united the world against them. And I'm not one for politics as well, you know. I don't bring it into any of my shows. And I certainly don't have any answers to what we can do about it. It's a very, very sorry state of affairs. And it can only lead to more violence. So politics aside, and for what it's worth, I'd like to offer from everybody in 2 Bucks our condolences to anybody that's lost a loved one or a friend in any of this madness. And to be honest, the way things are going, I could have finished the show off with any of the tracks from Reign of Fury's World Detonation album, because that's the way things seem to be going. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go up north for our finishing track this week and give the end of the show to Hung Like Jack. They're currently working on some new material. We can't wait for that. Big fans of Hung Like Jack over here. I'm going to go back to the first track of theirs that I played. It's from their album White Powder, and they are about to make this into a video. It might even be a lyric video. So until next week, this is Hung Like Jack. This is where the world's done. It's got a little colder.
Carry on, everybody. You've all done very well.